Hey there, guys. So I want to thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out today's live stream. So before I do get started, I do want to mention my website. I have it here on screen, which is vponlinefitness.com. I keep it updated pretty often, and I do have information on there as it relates to, any promotions that are going on. At the moment, I am offering 40% off online coaching until February. I've actually extended my sale from before. So if you're interested in online coaching, feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. And you can also check out the website that has a little bit more information on online coaching. I do try to detail a little bit of information on what to expect without you having to necessarily, schedule a call with me. But if you do have further questions, you can always reach out. But just know that if you're interested in scheduling a consultation, it is free to schedule those calls if you want to learn more. So feel free to do that. Another thing I do want to mention too is that on my website, I do have a blog that I update each and every week. I usually upload to that blog every Friday. And then every Monday, I send out a newsletter to any of my email subscribers. So if you're interested in learning about that, feel free to reach out as well. You can also sign up to the email newsletter on my actual website at the bottom of the page. There's a basically a field to put in your email address. So check that out as well if you have questions on that. So, with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and talk about today's topic, which is over better muscle recovery. Now, when it comes to muscle recovery, there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of, and that's what I'm going to go over today. And I'm going to explain in detail sort of what muscle recovery is as well to give you a better understanding of it. So, these are the topics that we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the importance of muscle recovery, how muscles recover after exercise, hydration for recovery, top recovery foods, the role of protein in muscle repair, and the importance of sleep and rest and sleep, I should say. So these are what we're going to be talking about today. So let's go ahead and get started by really understanding why muscle recovery matters. And if you're unaware of what muscle recovery is, basically that's the process of, helping the body, repair that muscle that you've, worked out during exercise. So that's basically what muscle recovery is. So is allowing muscle to repair and grow stronger after exercise. It's also whenever you're having optimal muscle recovery, is preventing overtraining, which can lead to fatigue, decreased performance, and injury. So, another thing that plays a role in muscle recovery is reducing the risk of delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS or DOMS. And basically, what delayed onset muscle soreness is muscle soreness that happens post workout, usually 24 to 72 hours after workout. That's where you'll sort of feel that muscle soreness. Proper recovery is going to help to maintain joint and muscle health, reducing the wear and tear that can lead to chronic pain or conditions like tendonitis over time. Adequate recovery also prevents overtraining, which can lead to mental fatigue, stress, and burnout, helping to maintain a positive mindset toward fitness. So keep that in mind when it comes to, the different aspects of muscle recovery. And it's not just, primarily, just mainly on your workouts in themselves. Recovery happens in various different areas, such as your nutrition, how you sleep at night. Staying hydrated can make a difference as well. It's not just completely pertaining to what you do in your workouts, it has to do with how you do your day to day life. What you do outside of your workouts is really what influences that muscle recovery process. So, how muscles recover after exercise? So, after you perform an intensive exercise, micro tears in muscle fibers are, showing up in the muscles. This is just means that the exercise is causing tiny tears in muscle tissue, which is not a bad thing. It's needed in order for the muscles to build back, better muscle fibers. Inflammatory response. So the body sends immune cells to clear debris and signal repair. Repair and growth. Satellite cells fuse to damaged fibers, rebuilding and strengthening those muscles. So in turn, basically, when you are, going through your workout and you're tearing down those muscles, that is what is helping to aid in strength because your body is having to, repair those muscle fibers. It's repairing them back stronger post workout. So the more that are working out those muscles, and the more that place strain on your body, in a good way, of course, the more it's going to build back. Of course, you know, again, like I mentioned, it's not all about the exercise side of things. It does matter that, you understand that what you do in your lifestyle can, enhance or be detrimental to your results from muscle recovery. So, hydration for recovery. So, like I just mentioned, there's various factors that help to enhance or, can go against, muscle repair. So, hydration, of course, rehydrates your body. It replaces fluids lost through sweat. It also supports muscle repair and helps transport nutrients for healing, flushes out toxins, and removes waste produced during exercise. So, what you need to keep in mind is that during exercise, drinking small sips every 15 to 20 minutes is optimal. After exercise, of course, you want to drink 16 to 24 ounces for every pound lost through sweat. Keep in mind that hydration in itself, there's different factors to be aware of when it comes to adequate hydration that you need, in your overall routine depending on your gender, depending on your age, as well as the climate that you live in, such as if you live in a colder climate or a warmer climate, that kind of makes a difference in how much hydration you need. So for example, if you're in a warmer climate, of course you're going to sweat more, you're going to lose a lot of water. So you're going to have to drink a little bit more water to, replenish your body and to, have those nutrients, be able to transfer better so that it prevents dehydration. And then if you're in a colder climate, of course, you kind of need less water because you're not sweating so much. You're usually staying inside. So it kind of makes a difference depending on those certain factors for example, like with men usually need more water than women. And a lot of that kind of pertains to muscle gain. And, muscle does burn a lot. And so that's kind of the reason why there's a difference there. So just keep in mind those different factors. But in general, during exercise, small sips of water, 15 to 20 minutes is optimal. After exercise, 16 to 24 ounces for every pound lost. So, why recovery foods matter? So, you want to speed up muscle repair and growth, and also to help replenish energy stores and reduce inflammation. So, this is also going to help, support overall recovery as well. So, keep that in mind. Another thing too is that there's various foods to sort of be aware of when it comes to, helping to aid in the muscle repair process. Some of these can actually, I've talked about these before, but I do want to sort of touch on these again because it's very important to keep these foods in mind. It's not just for the recovery aspect of things, but also for, the nutrients that you're getting in your body, and that's, such as your macronutrients and things of that nature. So, some of the different foods to keep in mind when it helps to sort of optimize the muscle repair process. That includes lean meats such as chicken and turkey. You've got fish such as salmon and tuna, eggs, Greek yogurt, plant-based options such as lentils and tofu. You've got sweet potatoes, quinoa, whole grain bread, brown rice, as well as fruits such as bananas and berries. So, one thing to keep in mind on this list that you're noticing is a lot of these are mainly whole foods. So, that's what you want to focus on primarily is getting more whole foods in your diet. that's going to help with that, recovery process. So just keep that in mind. And, and these foods are not just, again, beneficial for the recovery side of things. They do help in a lot of different ways. Like when you're talking about getting more protein in your system, lean meats are a great option for that. Eggs, of course, is, helping to get that protein in your system. Greek yogurt's another great option. You've got options such as sweet potatoes, quinoa, brown rice, getting good carbs in there, as well as, having, some healthy fats as well. So just be aware of that, with these types of foods. Um, and again, fruits is another great option as well. But overall, it's more focused on your whole foods. So more recovery foods to add. So I touched on various different things. And again, this kind of expands on, more of the muscle repair and the recovery process. So when it comes to, again, helping to aid in this process, you could include avocados. Avocados is a really good healthy fat. It's one that I usually include in my diet most of the time. Another option can be almonds or walnuts. Anything of that sort is going to help. Seeds such as chia or flaxseed are great options. And usually, when you think of like, flaxseed and things like that, you kind of think of the omega 3s and things like that. So you're getting those healthy, fats when it comes to those options. The same with olive oil. That's a healthy fat in itself. So these all pretty much here are most of your healthy fats. Again, they're going to also help with, getting your overall macronutrients in your diet as well. So keep that in mind. And then as we're going forward, again, I talked a little bit about protein and how it relates to muscle repair. So what I'm going to do is sort of expand on that and discuss what exactly, protein does and how does it help to aid in muscle repair. So, like I mentioned with macronutrients, again, to summarize what macronutrients are basically the nutrients that you get in full, basically that you get a large amount of these nutrients in your diet, in other words. And protein is considered one of those macronutrients. So, some things to keep in mind when it comes to protein and muscle repair. So, repairs and micro tears in the muscle are caused by exercise, which I sort of discussed just a few minutes ago. So, what this process is going to do when you're getting adequate protein in your diet is that's going to help to support the muscle protein synthesis process. This is the process in where your body is repairing that muscle. And so this is essential for that muscle growth and recovery. It's going to, of course, you're going to build that strength and you're going to grow that muscle from this process. When you're getting more protein in your diet and enough protein, that's going to help to enhance that process. It's also important that with muscle, it's going to help to prevent muscle breakdown during intense physical activity. You're going to, keep that muscle strong and where it needs to be. You're going to have faster recovery, so it's going to speed up the process when you're getting adequate protein in your diet. So it's going to also help to reduce that soreness and fatigue that you have post workout. Another thing too, that when it comes to muscle growth, it's going to provide amino acids building blocks for stronger and larger muscles. That's another aspect to keep in mind as well. Energy regulation, so it's going to stabilize energy levels post workout as well. So there's just various different factors to keep in mind when it comes to, protein in your diet. And again, like what I'm mentioning with muscle repair, protein has a major role in helping with that process in itself. So another aspect that I want to discuss as far as it relates to muscle repair. So I discussed a little bit about what happens during your workouts, as well as some of the foods that you need in your diet. What I want to discuss next is the importance of recovery and sleep. So sleep is another aspect that not a lot of people are aware of and how it sort of impacts the muscle repair process. So during deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone, and this essentially helps with, tissue repair and muscle growth. So if you ever track your sleep, and I track my sleep usually nightly, every night pretty much now because I do it with my Apple Watch. If you do like sleep tracking, even if you do it like on a Fitbit as well, you're going to sort of see the different stages that your body goes through, during sleep. And so deep sleep is, you don't get a lot of deep sleep most of the time. It's, rare that you get a whole lot of deep sleep, but basically when you do get deep sleep, it's really helping to, enhance the muscle growth and repair process with that type of sleep. And then, usually you have other stages of sleep, which I don't want to go into detail today, but you've got like REM sleep, and then you've got mainly your normal core sleep, which REM sleep is just rapid eye movement, and your body's going to go through, different sort of stages in sleep cycles, but that's a whole nother topic in itself. But what I want to mention here is that deep sleep, plays a major role in that muscle repair process. So protein synthesis. So sleep boosts the process of repairing and building muscle fibers. It also helps reduce inflammation. Sleep helps to lower inflammatory markers, speeding up recovery. Energy resplit, energy replenishment is helping with, quality rest, restoring glycogen stores, and fueling future workouts. So having quality rest is going to make a difference as well. It's not just necessarily how much you sleep, but again, like if you're going through that deep sleep stage and you're getting that quality rest, that's going to make a difference in your muscle, repair process. So, some tips to keep in mind when it comes to optimal sleep. You want to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. You also want to maintain a consistent sleep schedule even on the weekends. This is very important. Like I said, I track my sleep nightly, and it does help when you sort of get an idea on how much you're sleeping a night and sort of what different stages of sleep you're going through to sort of, figure out ways on creating the proper sleep schedule and, going to sleep consistently each night. But it does make a difference in how you feel. Like sleep is a topic that I would like to discuss further in a different, stream because it's just as important as everything else, like with your workouts, with your nutrition. It's in the same, vein. So another thing is, of course, create a relaxing bedtime routine to improve sleep quality. You do kind of want to wind down before you go to sleep. That's going to make a difference as well. Pair sleep with a recovery routine, such as hydration, stretching, proper nutrition. Again, having everything all together is going to make a difference. It's just, when it comes to a lot of things in, with workouts, nutrition, recovery, it's just having a delicate balance between all of these different elements. That's really all it takes is just, having the proper balance between these, things. And that's going to help to really, again, get you to where you want to be when it comes to your goals. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Again, I hope you found this helpful and valuable. This live stream will be uploaded to my website as well as also on my YouTube channel, which I upload to weekly. All those previous live streams that I have, they are also on that channel. So if you have comments, on those different topics, feel free to leave a comment on any of those videos and I can reach out to you and sort of answer any questions that you have. So feel free to ask me any questions on anything I discuss in these streams. I also have my contact information here on screen if you do want to reach out to me personally. Again, you can visit my website for all the information related to online fitness coaching. You can also check out some of the free resources I have. Again, I have a free fitness blog that I upload to every week, my email newsletter, everything of that, a bunch of resources on there that you can check out. So definitely check all of that out. Again, guys, just reach out if you have any questions. I will have another live stream next Wednesday, which I'm in the works of, making a new presentation and getting that ready for you guys. But I will see you guys next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time as always. So thank you guys for taking time to watch this, and I'll see you next time.